And we are live. Welcome to Joe's Bar, impromptu pop-up Joe's Bar. We just set up in the middle of quarantine and decided to open the bar up a little bit and have a little social interaction. And I've got the most incredible crew to definitely do that with, for sure. Um, and we will have them introduce themselves, and then we'll just chit chat and hang out. So. Uh, she's a little fuzzy, but don't worry about it. Hopefully, we can hear her, Miss Katie Salinas.
Am I fuzzy?
Yeah,
Damn
well,
it!
you're completely frozen now.
All right. Well, you guys can hear me. I'm gonna my connection a little bit. I'm Coed. You guys should all know who I am by now, but for those of you who don't, the author with about 6 book series under my belt, and the host and producer of the Spilling Ink Show.
All right, Anita.
Hi, I'm Anita Stewart. I write under A.F. Stewart. Just published a new book, Visions and Nightmares.
Yeah. I love that. Revenge, Death, and Fate.
Yeah. And that's basically what I write is horror fantasy, and that's what that book is. So there you go.
Awesome. All right. And the
you're in the shot. He was trying to be sneaky, guys.
And here she is, the one and only, super dirty, Rebecca Jones.
Hi, I'm drunk. Hi, I'm Rebecca Jonesy. I'm author and COO of Three Furies Press. And that totally was not my husband's butt you guys saw just a moment ago. And he's not drunk either.
All right, and Isa?
Hi, I'm Isa, and I love crime. Oh, wait, that's not this show.
That's the next show we do.
I know. I still love crime, and I love booze. I love drinking at Joe's Bar.
Welcome. And the coughing fit you hear in the background, that's Mr. Jim Nettles.
Oh, well, hopefully you can actually hear me this time. So I'll take the fact that you can hear the coughing fit as a yes.
Yeah, sounds good.
Excellent. I'm Jim Nettles. I write under a multitude of names. I write science fiction, urban fantasy, a bit of horror, a little bit of everything else as James P. McDonald. I do nonfic as myself. I am also founder for Author Essentials, Author Services, an education company. And yeah, we're in the Pines.
Nice.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi. Is it time for body shots yet?
I think we passed that one. Hey, everybody. Well, we've got a great crowd out there. So hello to all of you. Thank you for coming in and joining us. Welcome to Joe's Bar. And with that being said, I'm not going to talk the rest of the night. Everybody else go. No, just kidding.
So did you guys hear about that new author who's got his second book out? Did you guys hear about him?
Oh, is that me?
Yeah. I mean, it took 5 years, but it finally came out. We the moral majority.
Yes, that's me, Joe Compton. I'm here. I'm your bartender for the evening. I've done 2 books, two crime thrillers, Amongst the Killing and We the Moral Majority, which just came out just less than a month ago now, and it did take me 5 years between 2 books to get it out. However, I am 3,100 words into book 3 right now, so I'm real excited about that. So hopefully it won't take me 5 years to get through that, but who knows? I found this cool. I wanted to show this to everybody. I don't know. A lot of people know that I'm a big Iron Maiden guy, and I like the Trooper beer. And I found this tonight. This must be new. I don't know. It might be old. I don't know. But I found this tonight. So this is what I'm drinking right now. It's called Sun and Steel, which is a song by Iron Maiden. And it's pretty good. It's earthy. It's nice. It's kind of fruity. So it's good. It's a nice beer. It's a Pilsner. So
earthy and fruity. It's made from potatoes.
Yeah. It's got like, it's got a nice combination of, that
Mine is also earthy and fruity and made from potatoes and berries.
Well, another one
told you it was buy one get one.
Oh, good lord!
Hey, at least I'm not deep throating it tonight.
That one be empty
Yeah.
by the night's end.
The brewer is Robinson's Brewery. I don't know who that is, but it's an indie brew, so it's appropriate for me. But how's everybody doing?
I am doing great. I got to play in the sun today.
Yeah,
And the dirt.
apparently
So I'm happy.
So very
I
evolved.
never admitted to killing anyone.
Or you just got
Never admit.
I just said I'm really relaxed today because I got to play with a machete. And oddly enough, in unrelated news, someone who really annoyed me has suddenly disappeared.
But
Coincidence.
the good news is the garden is growing really well.
Did you plant anything today, Rebecca?
Mm-mm.
No. Too
Just
early.
for another,
6 feet
not until
under.
the 8th.
Okay.
I didn't plant anything that's supposed to grow. I had to prep the soil first.
Is that what they call it?
With lime,
That's
maybe.
what I call it.
With a little bit of lime, maybe. You have to prep the
Maybe.
soil with some lime.
Maybe. I mean, I've got 5 acres. Who knows what's out there? A lot of it's been left over from previous owners.
Plausible deniability starts at
Starts at home.
That's what I always taught my kids.
Well, so Isa, what are we drinking tonight? What's the drink of choice?
This is very similar to what I was drinking last time. It's a homemade, this time it's a cherry cordial that's very high alcohol content, and I've mixed it with a little bit of lemon seltzer. It's dang good.
Yeah,
That sounds yummy.
Yeah.
I like that she's got the fully stocked
The
bar.
life coach
though,
is
right
behind
now.
you there. Always have plausible deniability. So, what would everybody like to talk about? I don't know. Is there something going on right now in our world? I don't know. I mean,
We've got a sale going on over at my website.
there you go.
All books, all ebooks are discounted right now.
Yep,
So
either
mine.
99 cents or $1.99, depending on what the regular price was. And that goes through, we said it was going to go through the 31st, but we might extend it a little bit. But we're also gearing up for Mother's Day. We've got a whole section of Mother's Day gifts, and we're encouraging people to go ahead and plan early because we've been told there might be some
Shipping times
delay.
may be extended. Yes.
Yeah.
Have you
I
guys
already
seen,
bought my mother's stuff.
any issues with shipping books from 3 Fees?
0. Supposedly
Well,
0.
Ingram
That is what we're
Spark
hearing.
Yeah. Well, Ingram Spark did say there might be some delays, but they're working their best.
Have you
But of course, ebooks,
yeah.
ebooks you get, as soon
Almost immediately,
as
yeah.
the CEO is awake and sober.
Ish.
Yeah.
First rule of being a CEO: never be sober.
Is it ish?
Second rule of
See
being an
that?
author.
Did you
First
see that
rule of being an
Ride
author.
drunk,
floating
get it
around?
drunker. Right?
Did you guys see that meme floating around today? CEOs complaining about not getting paid for their work, and then the artist below.
Yep.
But it's good
Yeah.
exposure.
Think of all the great exposure you'll get. Isa, Jen apparently says, Isa!
Yeah.
I think one of the things keeping us sane during this time is all memes are brilliant right now.
What was that?
Yeah. Say that again.
Yeah.
Still issues. But all the memes that are floating right now are in with their brilliance.
Yeah.
Well, if you haven't been following the spoof convention consolation, you've been missing a lot of humor because pretty much it's everything that's ever gone wrong at a convention. Somebody's outed something. It's been way too much fun, and somehow or another, in like a week and a half, it's now 20,000 members. I haven't even looked, and it hit over 1 million posts, likes, and all that sort of stuff in 10 days.
There's a lot of creative videos going around too. I just shared one, a cellist who was playing with puppets.
Playing cello with puppets or playing
Playing
inappropriately with
the
puppets?
cello wearing puppets.
With this crowd, you need to be a little bit.
Yeah, I was like,
forgot that for a minute.
pre-Googling.
Because
talking
Although I'm
like
sure there's a
Avenue
video of that out
Q?
there somewhere too.
you say puppets,
Yeah, it's really
my
weird because
brain
he's
goes
got
to
3
Rule
puppets at the
34.
same time, and one always just stays in the middle and just sways back and forth.
She's
Nods his head.
holding the cello with the puppets, and she had one where it was a tiger puppet, and she played "Eye of the Tiger."
Oh, nice.
Hey, Jim,
And and
It's
the
the
first
thriller
one,
fight.
the one that comes out first is the Jaws theme, and she's got a shark puppet.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of
Yeah,
fun. I need to go look that up.
I shared it on my profile if anybody wants to. It was hysterically funny.
Like I said, I've been a little busy today. I mean,
Yeah,
I also
but-
take like 3 showers.
Can you put the link in the private chat for me, and I'll put it out for everybody.
Okay, just let me find.
She's been drinking too, you know. That ginger ale.
That would be a
really
miracle
gets
if
to
I
you.
was drinking.
Like I said, that ginger ale really gets to you. It's the bubbles.
But no, I've been screaming and yelling at things for the last 2 days. So yeah, I'm kind of hyped.
When do you do your reading,
Yeah.
Anita?
What?
When do you do your reading?
What reading?
Oh, I thought you were doing a reading with Michael.
No,
No.
I missed that. I'm doing some book chats over on the Indie Fantasy Addicts next month.
Oh, I thought you said that you were going
Yeah.
to be doing a reading on the I thought you were going to be doing a reading next month. 3 showers. You know, look, sometimes things get messy when you've got a machete.
Just think what fun the historians are going to have with all these memes and everything being shared.
Oh God, good. You're not talking about my yard.
Well, that's
they're
that's
gonna
the
have
other
fun
historian.
Yeah.
Historians, CSI,
like,
whatever.
This is such a big thing, and it's being documented in every which different way. But at the same time, this is one of the reasons that I think it's important to keep a journal of this time. It's such a significant era in history, but what social media says is not the whole story. Hearing people's own thoughts as we go through this, what they're doing, what they look forward to, what they're afraid of, those things are actually going to be important in the future. And yes,
I mean-
you're not going to read my journal and be like, oh my God, I read Isa's journal.
There'll be a graduate level course in Isa's journal. It'll have to be adult, but
if the world goes right, that's for sure.
Chances of that happening.
so speaking of readings, Mr. Compton, it seems to me that you were supposed to send me some times today.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll do that after this.
All right, cool. Yeah, it'll have to be afternoon.
Okay, no problem.
Afternoon my time, which for you is
Yeah. No worries.
it's some other time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time zones are hard.
It's on the timeline of reality and existence.
but yes, we can probably phase the time somewhere in there too. God only knows.
As often I do, Julia, as often as I do.
I find that cattle prods work
It always
well.
happens at Joe's bar too that I get called out, but that's fine.
Just
I'm
remember,
like, damn it, guys, I'm off the clock. What's up?
don't use the cattle prod without consent.
I'm being
It's
flanked
written into
by
their
cats.
contracts. Don't worry.
Is forced consent really consent, though?
No.
I have scars to prove that it's not, but you know.
In a sex partner, no. In a publishing contract, yes.
Guys, I'm being flanked by cats.
It's never good.
like a
We love
Hitchcock
you.
movie.
Good luck.
Yeah, like
right.
Parker's here.
Isa,
York's
sweetheart,
here.
your earrings.
Yes.
Cats.
Yeah.
Now you know why.
Shiny.
You're lucky they're not
Really big.
birds.
Bernie's
Well-
right there. I'm like waiting for him to come on screen.
Next
Well,
thing
here's
you
the
know,
question.
Parker's gonna be right here, and Isaac's gonna be like, "Oh, you clever girl."
Have you fed them recently? Are they getting hungry?
They at 8:30 and I stood up. They decided, oh, it must be dinner time. So they've been freaking the shit out since like 8:30.
Apparently, your cats have learned how to type and made a profile. I hate when that happens.
That's what familiars do.
How's the middle of nowhere, Jim, for you?
Actually, pretty good. We were sitting out on the deck tonight. Today was like upper 80s. I had to make a run down to Charlotte. Yeah, I had to make a run down to Charlotte because North Carolina's about to go to full-blown lockdown. So it's like, yeah, if I haven't cut the grass this year and it's already was like however high the last time I was at the house. So I made a run to Charlotte, picked up the last few things, including some alcohol, and made a run back up. So the house is just kind of on its own for a while. So other than that, yeah, we were sitting out on the deck tonight. Tree frogs are going.
That's right.
Playing bagpipes across the valley.
You guys go to lockdown on Monday, huh?
Yeah, the rest of the state does.
Yeah.
We've been on lockdown since Thursday.
Yep.
Well, and Charlotte's been on lockdown for a week.
Yeah, a little bit longer.
Now, how extreme is the lockdown?
It's not even a shelter in place. It's a stay at home lockdown, which is you can go to work, go to the grocery store, get medical stuff like that, and you can go outside for outdoor exercise as long as you don't commingle with other groups and no group gets bigger than 10 people.
The reason they're calling it stay at home instead of shelter in place is because of the nuclear power plants. Shelter in place means cover your butt right now because it's about to get blown
that means
up.
you have to like literally get down and find shelter.
Yeah.
And at that point, it really doesn't matter anyway.
No.
I'm going to be sitting on the roof with a bottle of scotch.
Hiding beneath a school desk won't help anyone.
I'm going to go find some marijuana. I don't know.
Sitting there singing, no.
My guys are still working.
I'm allergic to it, so it's like if I'm gonna die anyway, I'm going out happy.
I've been shelter in place for 2 weeks, and most people. It's sad that there's a lot of people ignoring it, and there's amazing how many cars are out there and constantly driving by us and stuff. But well,
hell, until the last 2 weeks, like I don't think anyone in my neighborhood believed it was real. Still. Like a lot of them are talking about, oh, this is just a hoax. I mean, we've got people locally, which is why I stopped going to town so long ago, other than the fact that I'm really, really busy working from home. But like we had people going around purposely licking like the doors to restaurants and such.
That's never a good idea, even on a good day.
Why would
So
you
that's
lick a
natural
door?
selection.
So that's Darwinism at work.
I mean, I don't think even Nova Scotia people would lick doors.
No,
That is a really fun sentence. I need to write that down.
Wasn't there a story about a girl in Daytona Beach that licked the toilet or something like that?
There was a girl who licked a toilet in an airplane. There was another guy who licked a public toilet, and he died.
Why would you do that? Period.
Because it is literally it's the COVID challenge. So it's like,
natural
go out
selection.
there. Yeah, it's natural selection. Go out there and prove
I
how
drink the
stupid
natural
you
selection.
are to your friends. I don't care. I'm immortal. I can do this. And it's like, do you know how long herpes lives on a toilet seat? Do you know how long genital warts lives on a toilet seat? Like, these things are incurable.
And an airplane toilet seat on top of that.
Yeah, and those things are always covered in the blue goo stuff.
People are dumb.
People are dumb. That's why.
Well, yeah, and they should be. They should be sorted out. Then I agree with that. But
they are definitely sorting themselves out now.
Yeah, and so I mean, let them all cure themselves. It'll be fine. More for us.
That would work if it wasn't for medical interventions of those dumbasses.
My goddaughter, poor adorable thing. She just turned 18. It's so sad. Her birthday party was canceled because like it happened just as the lockdown started, where they closed buffets and dine-in restaurants. So her birthday party was canceled, and they tried to like move it to home or something, but that wasn't really working. So basically, it was okay. In a couple of weeks, we'll reschedule.
They're not going to do
And then,
virtual birthday party. I've seen people be doing that.
Their internet at home is so spotty. They live out farther into the country than even I do. There's no way they could do it. They can barely get a streaming service.
Well,
But she's an extreme extrovert, and she's been going a little bit insane, and now she's gone a lot of bit insane. And I kid you not.
Well,
I talked about this on my show earlier. She gave herself a prison tattoo.
I'm gonna step on a
3 of them actually.
I'm gonna step on a soapbox here for a second because while that sucks, it does suck that people aren't having their birthdays. I am a Christmas baby. Okay, I was born on December 19th.
So you never celebrate your birthday.
I've never had a birthday party ever in my life. Okay, so anybody who wants to talk about birthday parties and missing birthday, you're missing one birthday party. I've missed.
Yep, right. December 30th.
You know, I literally my birthday gift was pick a gift under the tree that's already there.
Oh man, I hated that. I lit into my parents when I was like 8. I was like, okay, well, where's brother's birthday present then? That's all he's getting, right?
Yeah. So while I sympathize with those people because now you know my pain a little bit, just a little bit. I don't have that much sympathy for you. You may.
Oh, but your birthday always has such pretty decorations. Your birthday, the house is always lit up with lights.
You're not traumatized at all.
I am not even slightly bitter. Neither is Joe.
Okay, I don't even celebrate my birthday anymore because every birthday I ever had was a total disaster. So I'm not kidding. No, never had a good birthday in my life.
Good one. You had to have at least one good one.
The Barbie cake showed up and it turned out to be G.I. Joe.
No, we never had. No. I made my own cakes because I have a lot of allergies and sensitivities and weird food things. I made my own cakes. I have some pictures of these cakes. Trust me, they do not look good. They're like lopsided things that are slightly sliding into the plate. Little icing strawberries that sort of melted on top. Things like
I had one of those Barbie doll birthday cakes once. My mom tried to make it. She put the doll in before she baked the cake.
Oh.
I don't know why she thought it would be okay. So she was like, "Oh, well, she went and like got it in a little hat and everything, and like the face was still soft. It back into place-ish." And it was like, oh, this like actually looks pretty good because like she did icing up the body and everything, and then we cut into it. And it's a fucking plastic cake. And I was like, oh, what?
You baked Barbie. The serial killer got to her first.
But I mean, in her defense, when I was much, much younger, I made her a birthday cake, but we ran out of powdered sugar, and I didn't know the difference between powdered sugar and cornstarch because I was like 3. I was like, it's white, it looks the same, right? So I mixed a shit ton of cornstarch into the frosting, and of course, that's just like gooey, pours all over the place. And we're like, okay, we'll put it in the freezer and let it set up. Do you guys know what happens when you do that? It turns into concrete. We broke the knife in it. But once it thawed out and we were able to like wrench the icing off of it, the cake was yummy.
You had to spangle it, right? You had to cut it off.
Somebody go get the Sawzall so we can get to the cake.
Pouring out. Oh no, we tried a saw. We actually went out and got a wood saw and cleaned it to see if we could get through it. Because at least then you can like pull the cake out of the middle because it was a layered cake. No, it was bad times. It was bad times. Yeah, we can just be like, I've been told it before. It's like, I tried that once, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have my birthday party. I wanted a pool party, so I'm gonna have a birthday party in June.
So
No one came because it wasn't my birthday, and I still didn't get any presents.
So one year, let me say 1 year. I was actually supposed to be born in September, October, and I was a late baby. And back when I was a baby,
It's really late.
yeah. Well, when I was a baby, they didn't induce. That was something that doctors didn't do. So my mom had to carry me an extra like 6, 7, 8 weeks, which made her mad enough already. But I had this great crazy idea once to say, well, if I was really supposed to be born in September or October, let's have a birthday party in September or October for my real birthday, which would have been September or October. And that didn't work out so well. I actually got cowboy boots for my birthday, and I walked out ready to go to my birthday party. It was at a pizza parlor where they have all those the linoleum floors and all the wax floors. And I literally took 2 steps, and I landed on the back of my head, and I was in the ER for my one birthday party. So there you go.
So Anita, what were your other parties like? I need to know more about yours.
Not as bad as that. I mean, in one of them, my little niece threw up. Another one, Dad accidentally locked us out of the house, and he had to break the cellar window to go back in to get the keys. This was before we even left the house. Okay. And then there was one I had an adult. I was all prepared. I mean, you guys know The Perfect Storm, right? The movie and the book.
Yeah.
Okay, I love the book. So when the movie came out, I was all prepped. This is my birthday movie, right? My friend and I were going to the movie. I absolutely hated that movie.
Yeah, it's not a very good movie. It
was awful. If you've read the book and seen the movie, you know why the movie was awful.
I just can't wait for the damn boat to sink. So
yeah, that's it. I'm sitting at the end of that movie, waiting for the boat to sink, and I'm going, please let it end here. Please let it end here. Don't keep going. Don't show them under the water. Just end the scene here. And no, they did not end the scene. Yeah, but I did have fun. We did have fun picking the movie apart afterwards at lunch. So that was fun.
Silver lining.
Yeah, but I missed Pete Sampras' last Wimbledon appearance for that movie, and that pissed me off terribly.
My 30th birthday, because I tend to have pulled a few practical jokes in my life. I know that's hard to believe.
No.
So,
you like the start of this story already.
Right?
So, like...
And knowing what you do for a living, that's kind of scary that you're a practical joker.
Wait, what does he do for a living? He's a heart surgeon.
No, that required me to have one. So I was working on site in San Diego and flying back and forth, and was running a bunch of data warehouse stuff and whatnot. So when my boss's birthday came around, I wired his office so that every time he got and this is a long time ago, every time he got an email, I grabbed the soundbite from Caddyshack, the I spell poontang. So, and he got a lot of emails. So all day long, because I might have hotwired the speakers and everything else. So that went off all day long, did a few other things. His wife, who was my counterpart, was about 8 months pregnant. And I had rigged it. I had balloons set up to come out and do all this other stuff. And I had rigged it to drizzle down when she opened her door, little happy birthday confetti. Problem was, at 8 months pregnant and not happy, she kicked her door open, which blew confetti about 60 feet up the hallway. I might have done a few other things. So when I turned 30, and a couple of my guys were out there, and they were like, yeah, we're going out for dinner. I'm like, and I knew exactly what they were trying to do. I'm like, I got work to do. We got the meeting tomorrow. He's like, and they finally looked at me and said, look, they have given us a budget to take you out. I'm like,
And
You
no
don't get a choice.
timeline.
You can either go the easy way, and considering what one of them had done in the military, it was like, or we can do this the hard way. You can either ride in the front or you can ride in the trunk, but we're going. I'm like, all right. So we go. We drive down to downtown of the Gaslamp
Someone's friends
District.
were Marines.
We drive down to the Gaslamp District. I'm like, well, hell, if I got to do this and it's on their tab, I'm going to enjoy myself. And so we went, we got dinner, we drank through dinner, we went to the Scotch and Cigar Bar, we went to, we did everything. I don't remember getting back to the hotel at 5 a.m. And so, 8 o'clock in the morning, I wake up and it's like, oh shit, I got a meeting in an hour and I got to pack, I got to get everything ready. So throw everything just at bags, go running in. I go walking in the office and my office door is closed. And there's a bunch of people just in a semicircle waiting.
Oh,
I am still drunk and so hungover, you could have set off a nuke and I would have just been grateful. So I pushed the door open and styrofoam peanuts start pouring out. I mean, just pouring out. And I'm just like, I just wade straight into it. I weave a path through it. I start hooking my computer and stuff up underneath all of it because I know where my stuff's wired and I know the tricks that I use. So I already know they're trying to do it to me. I hook stuff up underneath. I grab my coffee cup. I chunk the styrofoam peanuts out over my shoulder. I go walking out the door. Not a reaction. I go walking down the hall, trailing styrofoam peanuts the whole way. And they're all just standing there like, just waiting for me to lose my shit. So I go streaming styrofoam peanuts down the hallway, and I'm covered in them, head to toe. I look like goddamn Michelin Man. I'm covered in so many damn styrofoam peanuts.
I was wondering about that.
I go heading back up the hallway, walk into my office, find enough to hook up my laptop, setting my laptop on top of something. I have just the sea of peanuts as it's sinking to print off the report I need to go meet with client. So I pull the stuff off my printer and I go walking down the hall, streaming styrofoam peanuts. And by this time, there's a couple of them standing there like, why is he not losing his shit? So I go walking in and I go sit down and I'm covered head to toe in fucking styrofoam peanuts. And the president of the client is sitting there and he looks at me and he goes, and they'd already written him in. Oh yeah, Mike, they were sticking to me all over head to toe. And so I go in the meeting and he's just like, uh-huh. And I'd been out drinking with him, so he knew. And so we go through, we do the whole meeting, and I'm like, let's just cut this shit short. Here's the numbers. I'm going to the fucking airport. Fuck all of you people. I'm going to the airport. I go, I throw my laptop in a bag, I shut the office door, and I go head into the airport. And I leave that mess. I'm like, fuck yours. So I'm like, and I'm trying to go and figure out, and I wasn't flying, I was flying back in on Sunday afternoon anyway. I'm like, God, I guess I'm gonna have to go in and clean this shit up. So Sunday afternoon, I get in, I go into the office, and I open up the door, and it's spotless. And they were like, it took us 12 bags of styrofoam peanuts to fill your fucking office, and we got no reaction at all. But what got funny was, no matter what, for another year, if I opened a drawer, no matter what I did, all of a sudden, a styrofoam peanut would just magically fucking materialize.
Serves you right. Serves you right for not reacting. Serves you right for not reacting.
If it had been like, I'd have been hiding them in your stuff too. It's like, I've got 12 bags of this shit. I'm gonna get the fucking reaction. Drop one in his coffee when he's out of the office.
I would have walked up behind
Put it on the end of his pen.
But yeah, they were
Sprinkle a few in his car.
Like, we had to clean up your office. Do you know how many bags of styrofoam peanuts that took? And I'm like, and I mean, because the next Monday morning, I'm like, there were styrofoam peanuts.
Like, dude, I was so drunk.
So yeah, but that was the one where they got me with that one. There's still pictures floating around somewhere.
That's awesome.
I agree with Stacy. They are close relatives to glitter. Glitter is the worst, though.
Yeah, craft herpes.
Craft herpes, yes.
Yes.
It is the herpes of the crafting world, yes.
I made part of a burlesque outfit for a friend at Christmas time, and there is still glitter all over the fucking place in my apartment. The cats, of course, would step in it and dragged it
Of course.
everywhere. I was dealing with holiday shit for weeks.
I got half my Christmas cards this past Christmas were like the super glittery covered ones. And that's when I found out that my dog apparently really likes the taste of glitter.
Oh no.
So
Sparkly shit.
like I got sparkly shit all in the yard. My yard sparkles every now and then still. I mean, it was tracked all through the house because of course, he's tearing at it.
See, that's where you need to get him
he
the
pins it
little
between his
glitter
paws
pills.
and
Get him the little glitter pills to throw him in his dog food. That way, when you're walking him,
well, I've got 5 acres of wood, like I said.
Oh, yeah.
Mike's story is pretty funny. That's pretty funny here.
Yeah.
One year we didn't have any way to do anything, so Lauren printed out about 1,000 different birthday memes and taped them all over the apartment.
That's awesome.
For like 6 months. That's awesome.
Lauren is a genius.
I did something like that to my oldest daughter.
And I still relate to Regine here. Oh, I'm sorry, Isa. But like in the military, revenge stories are very, very good, but they are not repeatable in any audience ever.
Unless it's a bar. Oh, look where we are.
Or other military.
Yeah, unless you're tapping that challenge coin.
I'm sorry, Isa. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It was shortly after the Blink episode of Doctor Who came out, and now Whovians all know which one this is. And as a prank, I had cut out little angels, like angel statuettes. Some looked like garden statues, some looked like religious statues, and I like hid them everywhere in her room. And she was like finding them for months. And every time she would open one up, it would be like, "Oh fuck, don't blink!"
That's the best.
That's traumatizing.
Like in her school books, just random places around her room. Eventually she moved out of that room and her sister moved into that room and was still finding them.
Courtney would die.
I have a friend who hates Peeps. And when I say hates Peeps, I mean has a pathological hatred of Peeps. And so I didn't start this one, but I got the blame. And if I'm going to get credited with something, I'm going to take it to the next level.
To the nth degree.
Well, maybe. And so for a friend of mine, when she turned 30, we were all going out to dinner and we arranged for it. So we all left her house, and we weren't going but a few blocks, but we also had it staged. So literally we could break back in and deck her entire house out, including the male inflatable doll that was holding a glow-in-the-dark piece of equipment. And we had it wearing fishnet stockings. And yeah, it was a sweet transvestite the whole way around. But we hid Peeps throughout her house. I put them under her pillows. I put them under the bed. We peeped the entire house. And so, yeah, and that's also been about 20 years ago. But yeah, every event, it's still, we have to do something with Peeps. And at one of these days, she's going to kill me in my sleep when we're somewhere, but I'm going to die happy knowing that I peeped the hell out of her.
Peep this.
So
yeah, I found... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so when I posted the other day about the fact that there's a Peep shortage because the factory shut down, there was like the grand celebration.
I have found the easiest way to do things like that is just get a couple of ferrets and they will like randomly hide stuff through your house anyway. So when we moved out of our last house, our ferret had been dead for like a year. And I cleaned up all of his nests that I knew about. Not even kind of close. We were finding Halloween candy everywhere, bottle caps. He used to pull the tabs off of soda cans. He absolutely loved those. So, I mean, just stockpiles of them everywhere. And, of course, tinsel. Because, I mean, what animal doesn't love tinsel? But there'd be, like, little, like, he'd actually, like, form them up and then put his little treasures in his little tinsel nest.
Aww.
It was the cutest thing. He was one of the best ferrets. Yeah, except for the fact that he also would sneak into your bed in the middle of the night and bite your toes.
Yes, I went to another time, space, and dimension.
We just thought you got lost to the void, or
We just continued on without you.
Yeah,
He's not at liberty to discuss what he was just doing.
Totally fine. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't hold it anymore. I had to pee really bad. I've actually been on air for the last 2.5 hours, so it's like
You ruined the mystique of it, Joe. You shouldn't have said anything.
sorry. Hey, look,
Maybe he has Mystique pee. You don't know.
It was pretty good, Jen. Thanks for asking.
Hope everything came out all right.
Yeah. I'm
TMI.
So in
don't
other
worry.
words-
It's just Joe dropping the twins off at the pool. It's all good.
No, number one. It's just
I'm really like curious. I'm guessing his bathroom's really close to where he's at then, because Joe wasn't gone very long. Joe, did you wash your hands?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good.
Oh,
You had to
You're always
think
gonna make
way
eyes at the
too long.
bartender.
It's automatic with me before all this. I was like, it was Howard Hughes that used to like scrub the crap out of his hands till like his skin would come off, kind of thing. I'm one of those guys. So it's the only thing that I have that impulsion, I guess you would call it. I don't know, compulsion.
I'm still trying to get used to, not washing my hands twice. Like, you use the bathroom, you wash your hands in the bathroom, you leave the bathroom, and then you wash your hands again.
No, it's not antibacterial soap. I don't do that stuff. That stuff's not very good for you guys, actually.
It's really not.
No, it's not any more effective than regular soap either.
No.
It'll change your chemistry and hurt your immune system by using that kind of stuff.
Yeah, regular
you have
soap
to
will
get
just
stuff
break.
that has like super concentrated alcohol if you want to do that, and none of them have that. They're all
Alcohol.
yeah. No, I use the man soap. I've got like Old Spice and Dove.
The man soap is shaped like a penis. He's like, I just got lather up here.
30
That would be
seconds
the
of
woman
laundry.
soap, not the man
And it's on a rope. And it's on a rope.
Mine are shaped like boobs.
With a suction cup on the base. It's soap, guys, we swear. Have you guys seen that soap dispenser?
Oh my god.
I was this close to getting it for Katie. Maybe I squeeze it up to get the soap out.
I could see her sending that to me.
I totally can see her sending that, and I can totally see you doing an unboxing, not knowing what you're doing. That would be the greatest thing
Rebecca, me
ever.
another surprise! Yay!
And it is a penis soap. What the fuck?
Listen, next time one of my authors orders books, I'm sending a package beforehand.
That
I would
is a
love
brilliant
that.
idea.
Soap.
Maybe
I
that could
have
be
to
part
go
of your
buy a couple of those now. And
That could be part of your signing package.
I regret that you have my address now. I've been
people
telling you right now, I get anything from North Carolina, I am not opening it. I'm just gonna throw it right in the trash.
I can put a different return address on it, dude. You think I don't know Ingram Sparks' address?
Well, you won't do Ingram Sparks because Ingram Sparks in North Carolina. You probably want to do like I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna give you any ideas. Fuck that. I'm not giving you.
No, please go ahead.
What's that?
I said, no, please go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Just digging the hole for Joe. You're just in it deeper.
Katie's address is the return address.
I'm really
Oh,
thinking
if it's from Katie, I definitely won't open it.
Well, you certainly won't open it if it comes from Isa.
What did I do? I'm the innocent one here.
She's like, I didn't even use that soap dispenser. What are you talking about? I only used the ice cream scoop.
The ice cream scoop.
Do not return. I don't think you can do that anymore in this day and age because of like global terrorism. You can't do not returns anymore.
No, you can.
No,
You can still mark them as DNR. You know, did not accept. Return to sender. What is RTS? I can letter word thing.
Return to sender.
Go smack your husband real quick there, Rebecca. Katie's not so innocent. Trust me.
I'm so innocent. I'm totally innocent.
Yeah, care for the handle.
I'm gonna tell you, even the most innocent can be broken.
Actually, I think the most innocent are the scariest ones, right? Those are the ones you got to worry about. And with that, we just killed the mood. Hello.
Hello.
We're not admitting to anything. That's why.
Authors here.
Hello, silence, my old friend.
Yeah, we're not admitting to anything about being innocent or not. Or
dead air is always
bodies in the basement.
Shh, don't give everything away.
Julia, I will give you. You are very innocent. You are very innocent. But
you can hear her last night was the innuendo queen.
See, I try to help people, but I
You're such an enabler.
I am. I'm a big time enabler. That's what am I gonna do? I got nothing better to do.
I'm a lot like that. I mean, I'm an instigator. That's close, right?
It's a little different, but it's a needed skill.
If nothing else, live to be a warning for others.
That's my goal. I like to be known as a cautionary tale.
Oh, I thought you meant killing the innocent was your goal.
No comment.
Look, it's on the to-do list, but if I don't do it today, maybe tomorrow.
Stacey makes the greatest point of all. I think Stacey can drop the mic right now.
And now we know why Stacey is here.
Yeah. If you're here, you're not innocent. That is very true.
I gotta go, guys.
So has anybody tried sacrificing a virgin to get over this COVID thing?
Can you find a virgin?
I have heard that it's only going to kill 1%. We should just go ahead and let that 1% die. I say we just pick the 1%, like the top 1%.
Oh, you mean the actual 1%?
Yeah,
I'm going at least with the 1% that's licking the toilet seat.
Unless it takes Idris Elba.
Okay, a little bit more than the 1% then.
I'm going to tell you right now, if it takes Idris Elba, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah,
not away from us.
Betty White.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Right? No Dick Van Dyke either. Don't take Dick Van Dyke from us.
No, but I saw the best meme this week. Keith Richards walking through the desert. The rest of the planet is nothing but an apocalypse. Betty White comes walking out holding something that looks like Excalibur, and says, "There can be only one."
Oh
yes.
I'm shocked there's not a Lake Placid meme out there with her. Go fuck yourself, alligator. Go fuck yourself.
Betty White is older than sliced bread, so sliced bread is the best thing since Betty White.
I agree, Julia. Thank God Tom Hanks is okay. Yes. Thank goodness.
Oh, I hadn't heard. Did he kick it?
Yeah, they're free and clear. I think they're gonna leave Australia pretty soon. I don't know why. I don't know why you'd leave Australia. If you got a free ride.
They probably have to.
Yeah, probably.
They're probably required to.
Everything there wants to kill you.
In Australia?
Including apparently the toilet seats.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know for a fact he wasn't licking toilet seats.
It's so funny. For the last film festival I attended, I had a couple Australian filmmakers there. And the first thing he says to me when I walk up to him, he goes, "Do not ask me if the toilets go the other direction. If you ask me that, I'm walking from this interview right now."
Thank you, The Simpsons.
Yeah, but I'm still thinking that Joe versus the volcano, I could see that having a toilet licking scene.
Oh, don't start with that movie. The only good thing about that movie was the luggage. I'm telling you, the only good thing about that movie was the luggage. The luggage got me through.
Did you like Volunteers? Don't tell me you didn't like Volunteers.
I didn't see Volunteers, so I haven't seen that.
Well,
I like Tom Hanks. I like Tom Hanks movies. I just think Volcano was horrible.
Volunteers is Rita Wilson and Tom Hanks and John Candy. So,
well, 1 out of 3. Okay.
I know I've seen that movie. I just can't remember it.
It's a spoof on the bridge over River Kwai.
Yeah, I know I've seen it, but it's been a long time.
I did love the bridge over River Kwai.
Yeah, it's one of my all-time favorites.
Oh.
Wow, you all got really quiet.
Well, I'm wondering if Ice is about to be attacked. I see her looking around now. She's like leaning over to the side and like staring down and like checking back and forth.
The 3 of them were posing like they're getting ready to drop a new album.
They're your cats. I'm not going to be surprised.
I was thinking that only the Bodegos need to release a quarantine album.
Well, you know, maybe they just call it Cat Scratch Fever.
Let's hope Gail Gadot doesn't release one because that was terrible.
Hey, she was making people happy, and I mean, we're all doing it. Shit, I've sung on air.
Yeah, but you know,
it was bad. It was bad. In case you guys are wondering, yeah, I was drunk.
Yeah, I'm now legally obligated to no longer sing on air, unless it's accidentally filmed.
What? There's got to be a good story behind that.
What about intentionally filmed? That's not allowed either?
All I can tell you is it involved a convention and us singing Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. And since I was kilted, I got the lady version, or got to sing the lady parts. And it got live streamed.
It was a lot funnier when you said you got the lady parts. I'm just saying.
Of course, that's what you pick up on.
Sometimes I pick up the lady parts.
Is that before or after you skin them, or just?
Whoa, this got really quick. Holy crap!
No, she's just talking about board meetings, man. That's what we do in board meetings.
That is what we do in board meetings. You guys think this show is a hoot? You should see our board meeting. Watch how I put on a shirt. Hold on, guys.
Can I ask a question of the two of the three Furies that are here right now? And the third one is in the chat, so she can answer too. How long does
you can ask? Do you want an accurate answer?
Whatever. You can lie to me. It's fine. I'm curious how long it actually takes for you, the three of you, to actually talk about business before the board meeting officially begins.
1 bottle.
It kind of depends. If I'm like in a mood, I'll crack the whip and we get through the board meetings pretty damn quick. Other times it takes a while.
Is that when you've been sober for a few days and you just?
I mean, let's face it. It depends on what's been happening. It depends on. It also depends on connection. Let's face it. Sometimes we gotta wait as people are, dropping in, coming back in, trying to get the connection settled. Because Ice has a lot of construction around her house. I'm in the boonies.
I have another question.
Julia gets distracted by bun buns.
I have another question whenever you're
distracted by Julia's bun buns.
I have another question. I have another question for the three Furies ladies.
Okay.
How many times in one particular meeting is the request for Julia to move down to North Carolina happen, so that you all three can be so close to one another?
Julia's usually the one making the request, so fairly often.
Yeah. I thought you were going to ask how many times we say fuck, and I'm like, it's 3, and I have dibs on all of them. There's a limit.
No, I would never ask that. I would imagine,
I'm like in a chanting mood, then I'm like, fuck, fuckity, fuck.
I would imagine that's more than in a Die Hard movie.
More than Midnight Run.
Wow. Whoa, I almost just fell out of my chair. Seriously. Wow.
It's a really good word.
Wait, was it The Matrix? What was the one that had 67?
More than in Witcher.
More than The Witcher? I haven't seen The Witcher, but Was it The Matrix that had like 67 fucks in like literally 5 minutes? There was one movie in the 90s.
No.
Shit. Oh God, it was one of those.
I'm gonna look it up while you guys are thinking about it.
Yeah.
You're gonna look up how many times Julia says butt?
Was it Train Spotting?
No,
Probably Train Spotting.
It wasn't Train
Train Spotting had a lot of them. I have heard.
Well, here's the Wikipedia one. Wolf of Wall Street in 20.
Oh yeah.
That would make
had
sense.
a count of 569 in 180 minutes. That's 3.16 bucks per minute.
I'm sorry, can you read that stat again?
Sure. The Wolf of Wall Street had 569 bucks in 180 minutes, which is 3.16 bucks per minute.
I'm
like my
disappointed that's not
ex-boyfriend.
pie.
Casino had 422 bucks in 178 minutes, which is 2.4 bucks. Let's see who has the most bucks per minute here.
This is how I used to rate my customer service job. How many bucks per minute am I uttering?
Well, this is not fair. This is not truly fair. There's actually a documentary called "Fuck" on the word "fuck," and it had 857 fucks in 93 minutes. So that's 9.21. But that's kind of cheating, right? Wouldn't that be cheating a little bit?
That's cheating. That's not dialogue.
So of all of the narrative films that are not documentaries about fuck, which ends up being the 5th ranked film, but has the most fucks per minute, is Nil by Mouth. Nil by Mouth had 428 fucks in 128 minutes, which is 3.34 fucks per minute. Menace to Society.
I really like that measurement of time.
Menace to Society, which I think this is
I'm gonna start like gauging all of my exes by that.
Menace to Society, which I think this is a modest estimate on that movie, because I'm remembering that movie, had 305 fucks for 98 minutes, which is 3.11 fucks per minute.
I still want somebody to hit pie. I 3.14.
3.14? Let's see if there is no 3.14. 3.16 is Wolf of Wall Street, but then it goes to 3.11.
So in other words, they had a couple of fucks.
So they need to slow the fuck down.
SwearNet is a documentary though, so
Telling you guys, if you drink more, I get funnier. I'm just saying. Jim's up for that.
I'm always up for
is
that.
down with that. I am out of mixer.
I've
I've been out of mixer, so I'm just drinking straight now.
Can you explain this comment, Rebecca? I don't understand this comment. Sounds like your
mom. Sounds like a your mom joke, Joe.
Oh, is that what that means? Oh, okay.
I'm guessing. Mom's down for anything.
Do you want me to look up shit and most shits in the movie?
Yes.
Is it
Nita?
Sure. Bottom of the barrel.
This is fascinating to me. What can I say?
Welcome to Bar Bets at Joe's Bar.
I mean, I'm a fan of action movies, so I'm used to the butts and the shits and the.
I want to know, are they counting motherfuckers, or is motherfucker a separate word?
Here's it. So, Wolf of Wall Street broke the Guinness Book of World Records for most swearing in a movie.
Nice.
Martin Scorsese's latest big screen release, Wolf of Wall Street, has set a new Guinness World Record for the most swearing in one film. The same F-word expletive is used 506 times, an average of 2.18 per minute, but which has already been debunked because Wikipedia said that was different. But yeah,
they couldn't do math. Math is hard.
Math is hard, yeah. But yeah, so apparently Wolf of Wall Street is the movie.
Here's the important question. Is there a film that does not start with the word star or wars in which Samuel L. Jackson is in that he has not used the word motherfucker?
Well, yeah. He didn't use motherfucker in the other Star Wars movies, did he?
That's what I said, other than Star Wars.
I don't think I could find that on Wikipedia, but I would imagine he had to have been in some kid movie or something.
So just look up how many movies he's been in where he didn't curse.
Okay.
So I'm apparently sleepy enough now I already forgot his name. If I ever bet much I'm bad at names.
And I'm bad at faces.
There's really a part of me that's kind of sad that like Snakes on a Plane did not set the motherfucker record.
There is only 2 movies other than if you're not counting the Marvel movies and the Star Wars movies. Hang on, let me pull. Coach Carter is one. And no, they're counting the Marvel movies. So there's only 3 movies in which he has never cursed. In fact, only one movie that's not Marvel or Star Wars, and that's Coach Carter in 2004.
So in other words, unless Disney owns it, it's a
Disney needs
motherfucker
to
of a
up their
movie.
game. That's what I'm saying.
Disney needs to up their game. I would almost guarantee there was one time in a Marvel movie he said motherfucker, but I could be wrong about that.
I don't think so, but I don't know that I know.
Right before he got evaporated in Infinity War, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he was like mother.
Yep. He didn't finish it, but yeah. I actually watched that movie.
Well, according to Wikipedia regime, there's only one movie that he's never cursed in.
PG
so,
does not mean no. There is still some cursing in PG, so that negates the cursing.
But motherfucker is not one of the curse words allowed. You can have one fuck.
Yep.
But motherfucker's right out.
You can have one fuck and a lot of blood and all of the death and even some genocide, but no boobs and no fuck. No more than one fuck.
Well, you gotta
we
have standards,
okay?
And the one
consensual sex bad, violence good.
Hey, the same goes for books.
No, he definitely says motherfucker and Unbreakable.
Yeah, he definitely says it. Yeah,
I can almost guarantee that. He probably says it in the first 5 minutes.
Welcome to motherfucking Unbreakable.
It's the first scene. It's just him standing there, not in costume or anything.
Well, we talk about that with books a lot of the time because parents will be asking, well, what how would you rate the book? PG-13
5 stars.
Yeah, well, that too. And it's like, oh no, I'm fine as long as there's no on-screen sex. We don't care how much blood there is, but we can't.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which is why it's so creepy that my books, my dark urban fantasy, are considered okay for kids.
Well,
I mean, yeah, a guy's entire inner organs and his genitals are eaten off. So you can't even tell if it's a guy or not.
Hello, I'm about to read these. Thanks a lot.
Spoilers.
I mean, it's only been like 5 years, Joe. I can't count either. I know. Did I mention this double espresso vodka is really good? And sleep is bad.
We're gonna be talking and just like all of a sudden Rebecca's gonna fall out of screen and we're not gonna notice it, and then all of a sudden we're gonna look over and there's just a big logo.
This is me back here.
It's just gonna be a logo and a trail of smoke. Somebody shot her down.
Man down, man down.
So that's pretty interesting.
That would be the first time I'd get drunk under a table by a Marine.
Oh, please, come on. No, that's not true.
18 Long Islands is my record.
That's pretty good. That's better than me.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about some of my time in Dublin.
Yeah, we do. Were you a Marine or were you Army?
Neither of the above.
Really? What were you?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Awesome.
He was a spook. He was a spy. He and Chuck Berry were hanging out. Or no. Sorry, Chuck Berry. Him and my parents were hanging out in Russia in the early 80s.
Yeah, I still haven't made Russia. It's on the list, but still haven't made it there.
They haven't sent you after to go after Edward Snowden?
Let's see who's in Dublin.
Well, for me, there was a particular little tech company right there that I worked for. So at the time,
I had the best bartender in Norfolk. It was a place called Hell's Kitchen.
Was it me?
No, he was a little bit different. But when we would sit at the bar, he started doing this one night, and he ended up just like doing it like all the time afterwards. Like every time I would look away from my drink, he would pour another shot in my straw. And he used the same drinks that would go into it, the same alcohol. So it was like, whoa, that was a straight shot. Okay, let me stir this. He got me with that a little way too often, I'm just saying. But it was a lot of fun, because, that was all those shots for free. I loved that place so much.
I hope you tipped well.
Of course I tipped well. Why do you think I was getting all those shots for free? Like, I tipped so well and was there so often that I was invited to the company Christmas party.
Yeah, I've done that one a few times. Yeah. Now, the fun one was we were in Edmonton and got in, because I was living in the hotel so much, we got I got free tickets for the Taste of Edmonton on bar night, or on bar and restaurant night. So it was all bar and restaurant employees. So they were doing all the freebie giveaways and stuff. And because I knew so many people at the different local stuff downtown, for the stuff that you had to pay for, I had a ton of tickets. I took one of the people from the client, and we just went and got shit-faced hammered on all the good wines and stuff of the Okanagan Valley. Nice. And then that's when also Dan Aykroyd was launching the Skull Vodka. And so we got some of the samples of that at the pre-release. Yeah, we drank enough wine by that point. We didn't care.
I was in, I don't know, one of the bases in Florida when they were doing the premiere of the Kraken rum.
Oh, yeah.
And this poor guy is walking around in like an old-timey scuba suit with the giant, helmet with the swing out face mask, and a woman has to like walk with him because they have a hose attached.
Yeah.
So like she's having to hold the hose up and she's handing out the drinks, and like there were so few people there, they just like kept making the rounds, and I'm like, I don't know if it's because the guy could barely see, but like he kept just handing us rounds, and we're like, okay. We're just ordering Coke from the bar now. Woohoo!
And here it is.
It's good. It is good stuff.
So
the
good.
Kraken is really good.
Yeah, but
I've had that.
At Dragon Con, my brother-in-law was making Kraken. It was Kraken, Bailey's, and something that was grape. Yeah, exactly.
Jacksonville, there we go.
I miss Jacksonville Landing down there. I miss Crawdaddies.
Why.
I miss Crawdaddies.
Oh, okay, that's a good reason.
Crawdaddies, no way.
Yeah, especially for their Sunday morning brunch, because it was all you could drink mimosas with the buffet. And
I never did the brunch. Interesting.
Yeah, they had a great Sunday brunch.
That's where I was.
The mimosas.
I was there for about 3.5 years in Jackson. I was at Camp Lejeune for 3.5 years. So.
Maybe that's where we went. I don't remember. I was really drunk from the night before, and then I got really drunker for breakfast. I don't remember where we were. I just knew I didn't have to pay for mimosas. The night was good when you wake up drunk the next morning.
That requires 4 different rums.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh my God, what's it called? The Warp Core Breach in Vegas.
Oh, at the Star Trek bar?
Yes, it's like one of everything that Bacardi makes.
Uh-huh.
Silly husband thought he was taking a picture while I was posing with the drink with both straws in my mouth.
Uh-huh.
Poor guy. I didn't know that we were only allowed to order one per 2 people. in my defense.
Well, it sucks for him then.
Yeah, Warp Core Breach. It was awesome, and I drank like the majority of it. It was so good, so good. And then we got kicked out. Actually, fine. I got kicked out once they realized I drank the whole thing on my own, and he went with me. And I was like, "Well, this sucks. We're gonna have to go find another bar now. Let's go. It's Vegas."
Do they have Fleet Week in Norfolk?
Yeah.
Is it pretty awesome?
Oh, I didn't go out on Fleet Week.
No.
You crazy?
Okay, sorry.
I accidentally went out the day before Fleet Week one year. And there might have been a physical altercation. There may not have. It's the police weren't involved, so there's no proof.
Cameras lie.
There was no camera. I'm not silly. And after that, I was like, no, like, yeah, I forgot about that line. Okay, so the Warp Core Breach is like, this big, right?
It's fishbowl.
Okay, I can't get my yeah, but it's a fishbowl like the size. It's a punch bowl.
Yeah.
It's a punch bowl that curves up at the top. And I was like, hey, can we get a refill? And
It's like a party ball.
It's like delicious. And I was like, hey, can we get another so my poor husband here can have some? And they're like, a refill? We've never had anyone ask for that before. And so he had to go get the manager, and then the manager came over and he was like, wait, you drank all? I was like, okay, look, I won't drink one, just give my husband one. And they're like, there has to be 2 people in order to order one of these things. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, there's 2 of us. They're like, but you're not allowed anymore. And I was like, there's no sign for that. Why wouldn't you warn a person? They're like, you just had 18 shots. And I was like, stop being a pansy and give me more. And I drank it through 2 straws, and the amount of time it took my poor husband to get a good picture.
Y'all, you would have loved Okinawa. You guys, you would have loved Okinawa.
He's been, I haven't.
That's all it is. So they basically have a drink that's $15, and it's just a punch bowl full of alcohol. They just pour whatever they want in it, and give you 4 straws, and you drink from the same bowl the four people. And
oh wait, I have to share again with the sharing.
They don't allow. You have to have at least 2 people on the bowl. You can't have only one. But you
sounds like we're running into the same problem here, Joe.
Yeah, and it is it'll knock you on your ass pretty quickly. It's pretty amazing. It's almost like Tijuana in that respect.
Just with less donkeys.
Well, with less opportunity to get fucked in. It's not like that. But Tijuana, they get you drunk so that they can steal from you and
yeah. I mean, that's most tourist places.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
have you ever been to New Orleans?
Oh God, yes.
I love that. That's awesome.
Hand grenades in New Orleans. There was a place that had.
Go ahead.
There was a place in New Orleans that had what the hell was the name of the place? I remember Home of the Hand Grenade, and we'd already gone through a bunch of the hand grenades, and it was like, yeah, can we get some zombies? And they were like, no, you get 1. I'm like, dude, it's only 2 a.m. Let's keep going. And I mean, I think I was on the 3rd zombie when they asked us to leave. I mean, hell, we went to Pat O'Brien's for breakfast at 6 a.m. for hurricanes because it had fruit in it. But
like breakfast?
Yeah, it's like breakfast.
I did not appreciate New Orleans at all. I hated it. It was not a good place for me.
I've been there a fair amount. I've got several friends.
I have a feeling Stacy's going to come after me now, y'all.
I got a bunch of friends that are all from New Orleans.
Well, the thing about TJ too, Regine, is that they have what they call table poppers and things like that, where they tilt your head back, and pour everything that's on the fucking table into your mouth and shake your head.
Cement mixers.
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's the worst.
Pour it down my gullet on my own, thanks.
And if you vomit, you have to pay for the whole table.
Oh.
So, which I've seen people.
So of course they try to make you vomit.
Of course, yeah, that's their whole goal. But
yeah,
it's crazy.
I know. Katie, we love you. Come back to us.
She's taking care of her kids. I think she'll be back.
Well, I mean, I remember the place in TJ that was, I'm pretty sure it was barbecued iguana with the tacos, but it was like 2 tacos and 3 beers for $5. I mean,
yeah.
Iguana still tastes better than rat.
Hopefully, you were doing the cart and not the stand.
No, it was a permanent place because we went to the same place every time.
Yeah, so that's where they do all the weird shit in the like the restaurants and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I've had barbecued iguana. It's not that bad.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's worse shit out there, but.
Hi, JD.
Hi, JD.
Rats aren't really crunchy. I mean, obviously, you don't eat the bone. I'm not really sure why you think they're crunchy. I think you might be overcooking your rats, JD.
Now, possum, on the other hand,
is gross. Have you guys ever had possum?
If you cut it with turkey, it's actually pretty good.
Still tastes like dirt.
Not if you get the farm raised ones. I mean, otherwise, if you're just getting regular possums off the roadkill, it's kind of like what was the last thing they ate, or who was the
Yeah, I mean, I recently spoke about this actually. Possum and badger, it totally depends on what they've been eating as to how they taste. Sometimes they taste worse, sometimes they taste better, but there's always this like hint of loam or dirt in them. Badger more so. I'm an omnivore. What? Why is everyone just staring at me? Oh, because we're on a live show.
Well, it's like, all right, let's play. What's the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
Your mom?
Whoa.
That was an obvious joke, right? I mean, I didn't catch her name. But speaking of Tijuana.
Was that the husband in the donkey show? And there goes Katie.
I know. My kids are in the background. I gotta switch to headset.
Okay, hands. How many of us have actually been to a donkey show? I want to see hands.
That was not me.
They were having a donkey party one year at the state fair.
I didn't catch anything. I know how to use saran wrap. Someone was gonna get that. Thank you, Isa.
I missed it. Sorry.
Breathe. Breathe.
You were the second person on air tonight.
Poor Nita sitting there going, "What have I got myself into at this point?"
No, I don't drink, so I can't contribute to any of these things.
Well, we're talking about what's the
alcohol has nothing to do with this.
No, but I mean, I have no idea of what any of this tastes like either, so I have never drank.
You've never had iguana?
No, I've had one sip of beer and one sip of wine in my entire life.
Have you ever had alligator?
Oh yeah,
No.
I love gator.
Oh yeah, that's good.
The alligators are not native to Nova Scotia, so
they can be shipped.
Yes, but no, I've never had them shipped.
Have you had shark?
No.
Well, yeah.
Once on accident.
Why would you have it on accident?
I do not approve of eating. I do not approve of the way the sharks were being caught at the time.
Okay.
It was an ethical thing. Like I have no problem like walking out, killing an animal, skinning, eating it, whatever. Right? I have a problem with animals being ripped apart alive and then released to slowly die.
Right, like shark fin soup and stuff. I really have a problem with.
I will not eat shark fin soup. I will not eat veal. There's a bunch of things I won't eat just because of the way it's harvested.
That's pretty weird, Stacy. Snapping turtle. I've never heard of anybody eating that. But... Yeah.
Yeah, I've had snapping turtle.
Yeah.
I've had sea turtle.
I've also had cooter.
I think the weird thing by texture and taste that I've ever had is sea urchin. Sea urchin's so good.
I've never had sea urchin.
Yeah.
By the way, Isacooter is another type. It's a cousin of the turtle. Okay.
Yeah, right.
It tastes completely different.
And you know what sea urchin tastes like too?
It tastes like dirt.
It's kind of spiny, but
yeah, I've never had foie gras either, for the same reason.
Yeah, I don't do foie gras.
I've had ostrich, kangaroo, bison, beefalo.
Yep.
Obviously snake.
Kangaroo is so good.
Haggis.
Oh, love haggis.
Ugh.
I adore haggis.
So when I was in the
I'm not sure how I liked. I'm pretty sure that the kangaroo I had was just cooked bad.
Oh.
Because it tasted like semi-spoiled oil.
Oh. You have good.
What was
good
that about
kangaroo.
cooters?
He said I've had some weird ones.
So is Rebecca.
That's how I like them.
Weirder the better.
You can say I had cooter soup. Nice and creamy.
Horse, dog, cat, bat. No, bat's we're all in this mess right now.
No, I'm pretty sure I've had bat.
That one I haven't had.
I'm unfortunately pretty sure I've had cat too, thanks to the cops who pulled up to the restaurant after I left.
I haven't had dog or cat.
And how sick I got afterwards.
I've had horse meat, grinded into like a patty, and didn't know it was horse meat. I don't think I've eaten bat either. Bat doesn't have a lot of protein, does it?
I mean, meat has protein. I mean,
yeah, but there's not. I mean,
there's not a lot of meat. Well, I mean, it depends on the kind of bat you get. Let's face it.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
some bats are like 50 pounds.
I'm working on it, JD.
Excuse me, guys. I gotta go make a 5-hour car ride.
Yeah, you can meet in the middle.
We're gonna.
That's kind of how it works. Yeah.
I was hoping somebody was going to at least grab onto that. Oh
Hey,
wait, that's how that works. Never mind.
Might need to talk to the captain about that, dude.
You made JD blush. That's pretty good.
Not the first time, I'm pretty sure. It looks like a rat, but tasted way different.
That's what she said.
Is that cooter you're talking about, Regine?
It looked like a rat. It is a cooter. Oh my god! What is that tail supposed to be?
Well, if you cook it right, then that's how you use it as a skewer. So you
I don't think Katie accidentally fell offline.
She quietly exited.
She's like, I need to protect my innocence. I'm out.
Well, at least
She's
we
like,
haven't.
I've had enough of Rebecca today. My kids are blushing and they can't even hear what's happening. So, Joe, you were in the Marines. What strange things have you eaten?
Alligator was probably one of the a fresh one where we caught it on a rock and then we cooked it and ate it.
Did I ever tell you guys the story about my husband and what he caught and ate? That sounds so bad, and it is.
Please.
Well, okay. To start the story, they were in international waters.
So they caught a spring breaker.
That's a different story. So they caught a tuna. No, I was not in international waters, JD. And I'm pretty certain I'm the one who caught him. But they were in international waters, and it was, kind of a slow day. By the way, he was deployed. He's Navy. And so they were fishing off the back of the boat, and lo and behold, they managed to snag a full-size tuna.
Oh.
Which, of course, took several hours and one broken fishing pole later. And, they started maneuvering the boat to help them bring the tuna in. And they did. They managed to hoist it on board before they had to get, back underway at full speed again. And they cut it up right there on the deck. And, hey, Derek, can I tell him what you did? But anywho, he got the tuna. I think they're called tuna cheeks.
Yeah.
It's the best part of a tuna. So he got to eat that, and he ate it right there.
Fresh
so
sushi.
My husband was the one who was slicing up the tuna, and of course you remove the internal organs, and when they pull the heart out, it's still beating. So he took a bite out of it.
Sounds fishy to me.
There is a video of him. Huh?
How very Dothraki of him.
Right? And he's like, oh Jesus, someone help me with the line from Indiana Jones. Kalima.
Oh, yeah.
And he took a bite out of it, and it's still beating. But they had wonderful sushi for the next, for the entire day, and then they had frozen. They're cooking it up right there on the deck, and it was awesome, he said. And of course they have a giant freezer. But yeah, the thing was 120 pounds or something like that. I know it was over 100 pounds, I don't remember.
Yeah, when you get a good sized tuna,
Yeah, those things are gargantuan. It was as long as he is tall. And he's a tall guy.
I mean, they're gonna, yeah.
But yeah, watching the video of him, he's so proud of it too. And I was like, see, this is why we're married. You're the type of person who would do something like that.
Well, this has been really great fun, guys. But I think I need to head out.
Tuna hearts were too much
before they eat me.
Snakes. A lot of snakes are very delicious.
Tasty snakes. They make nice shoes too.
I have no clue about that.
Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Nice to have you.
Nice, guys. Are you driving down? Am I driving up?
We're going to meet in the middle, remember?
Okay. And that's where Julia's going to move to.
Bye, guys.
Hey, JD, you want to see something really hilarious? I'm two-fisting it.
Oh.
What? And then there were 3.
Yeah, well, there's going to be 2 soon. It's getting past midnight here, so.
Joe, bring JD in. He's sitting right there. And Stacy.
I'm trying. He's not answering me.
JD, grab the link. Come in. Stacy, grab the link. Come in. This is what's in the coffee cup because I ran out of coffee a while ago, and this is the closest I have. And I think I've got a hole in my bottle there or something.
Hole in the cup, hole in the, hopefully it's just the one in the top, but
I mean, it's just getting suspiciously low. That's all I know.
Yes, suspiciously, she says.
Suspiciously. Not sure how. You have to stretch before. Good man, Sadie. You're a good man.
Well, if you stretch enough, then you can meet them in the middle.
Joe's like, I'm not getting into this.
I'm wondering who the 7 people out there are who are still watching.
Why you think I would have chased people off? My shirt is falling off.
I'm cool.
I think he's talking to Joe.
My shirt is falling off. My shirt's not falling off.
No, my strap keeps sliding.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure he was talking to me. But like it only it doesn't go far, so.
Famous last words.
Why do you think the camera angle is set at the camera angle? Just in case.
Hopefully your wife's asleep, Jim.
Oh yeah, she's crashed like 2 hours ago. Yeah, she's been out and crashed for like 2 hours.
There's Richard White.
Can you hear me?
Look, Stacy, laughter is really good for migraines, unless it makes your head explode.
We can hear
That's
you.
what I know. Top 5 things y'all do after we all get out of quarantine. Hug all of my kids. Like, I miss them so much. I've got like 20 local that I haven't been able to see in weeks. So I was like, I'm going to go and I'm going to squish all of their heads, maybe at the same time. I have really long arms.
I'm gonna go to a really nice restaurant, me and my wife, and we're gonna have a proper date night that we always used to have, and Saturday nights. That's something I miss tremendously. We miss tremendously is going to a restaurant, sitting down, and having a great meal. That's 1. 2. I don't know. Probably have to go back to work. So
I'm going to drive.
But
I'm going to drive down and find a place locally that does facials or massages. I'm not sure anyone locally does facials. I'm going to go buy gift cards and I'm taking them to the hospital to hand out to nurses.
And let me tell you something, Stacey. If they don't give you time off, I will
Set the place on fire.
I will try my best to get a Kickstarter going to have you go on a 2-week vacation.
Right? Stacey's going to be one of the people I send a gift card to.
Stacey,
no one's able to do anything right now, but
I'm just going to go.
Stacey, for what you've done and who you are much appreciated in this world, and thank you so much.
Stacey's a fucking superhero, y'all.
You're
Seriously, what she has done.
You're absolutely amazing, and I'm so honored to know you. So thank you so much for what you've done. And you're welcome to have any of my books anytime you want. I will send you them, no problem. Whatever you want, we'll take care of you.
Stacey, you can have any of my books too, sweetheart. I mean, you know where I store them. Stacey works for Three Furies, so she has access to all of my books.
Oh my Lord! I'm going to Walmart and buy a roll of toilet paper.
I'm only NC-17.
I still insist that the entire thing is a conspiracy by the bidet industry.
There you
That's
go.
A great goal, Courtney. That's a great goal.
I've been looking at those bidets too, and I'm like, I haven't seen a roll of toilet paper in the stores. I haven't even heard of a roll of toilet paper in the stores for like a month now.
I found some at a Walmart about 20 miles from here. They actually had some on the shelf. My Walmart 2 miles down the road hasn't had any in a month.
Like, here's the freaky thing. Like, we got super lucky and got like the last 2 boxes of Kleenexes. Because I mean, it's spring here. It's stuffed up nose season. So like, I kind of need my Kleenexes.
I want to know what the heck the whole toilet paper thing is. Like, it's not even. It's not even a symptom.
People are having to eat their own home cooking for the first time in forever.
Well, maybe. I guess
home
there you go.
cooking.
Can I share something with you guys that Katie just sent me?
What? Yes.
Hang on a second. Let me see if I can get it up here. Share screen.
Okay, someone has music played in the background now.
Oh, hold on. That's me. I'm sorry. I know.
Oh, so it's your damn fault.
It was just starting to get louder. I'm like,
Let's see if I can. There you go. You guys see that?
wow, that was weird.
That's what she's dealing with right now.
Those are her kids. Oh no, they got into it. Oh, Zoe's gonna hurt him.
Oh,
Zoe's
Lord.
that poor guy. Zoe's scary.
Hang on a minute. I'm sending you a link for a video you need to play on here just because.
Okay.
Hang on a minute.
All right.
I just got to find the. There we go. Here we go.
What did Courtney say, Dee? I missed it. Or maybe I should be asking Joe.
She's gonna hug her daddy. She misses him.
Oh.
Sorry for the intro to Angel, guys. The wife had Angel playing in the living room, and it's on repeat. She's sound asleep.
There you go, Joe. I just sent it to you in Messenger.
Okay.
Just play it. Don't preview it. Just play
Okay.
it.
No worries.
Oh,
You
we
got
gotta
it.
hear that.
Got my
And
problem.
now all of a sudden we're no longer NC-17.
Pretty much.
Oh, we were rated R. in,
First
like,
off
the
with
first half
the
hour.
pizza delivery, man.
We almost went TVMA in the first half hour.
That's only because you didn't see us talking behind the scenes.
See?
You should have heard what Anita was saying.
I don't doubt it.
As she's just sitting here going, I'm just waiting. Yeah, what the hell?
I'm just being very amused by it all. Just
I'm trying to get it up, Jim. So give me just a second. Sorry.
How many times has he said that?
I live in Nova Scotia. You people cannot have any stories that are worse than what happens in this province. I'm telling you.
Of 12 people.
I lived on a Navy base.
Well, not quite 12 people, but yeah. My mother was from Cape Breton.
Oh, boy.
I like it
Everybody
already,
ready?
maybe.
We
There's no
need the
sound.
volume.
Yeah.
I swear to God, these fucking people don't go back to work and get out of my motherfucking house. I'm gonna go nuts. Jesus fucking Christ, every day, on their phones, on the goddamn TikTok. Fuck me already. I just wanna get back to licking my ass and laying by myself. Please, sweet baby Jesus, end this fucking self-quarantine.
I heard about that earlier today. I just hadn't had a chance to look it up. 'Cause I've been in the yard most of the day.
Just felt the need to share.
I may or may not have donated to getting 2 girls, 1 cup made.
What? Whoa!
Whoa.
I gotta hear that story. That's a story. You better tell that story.
Okay, so
did you
back in the
donate
wild
to
west of the internet, I was part of forums called Something Awful. It lives up to its name. We also started Slenderman. I'm just saying. So one day, one of the forum members found it was a Kickstarter before it was a Kickstarter. Yes, exactly like that. So we found a porn company that took commissions. You know, you tell them what you wanted, videotape. So dude was like, okay, you know, what's the craziest idea you can come up with? Now, mind you, he's asking a bunch of like 14 to 20-year-old, mostly men on the internet before the internet was really moderated. And that's what they came up with. So then he got a price tag for it, and he was like, okay, guys, I can't afford this on my own. He'd already made one. I forget the name of the first one, but it had something to do with an octopus.
Whoa!
Yep. So he did a fundraiser and said, here's my PayPal account. Once this is fully funded, they're going to film it, and then they'll send it to me. And that's where 2 girls, 1 cup came in, and he posted it directly on our forums. And everyone's like, woohoo, we did it! I really don't want to watch that.
So yeah, a long time ago in the Great World, Wild West.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, we used to have because this is before they actually moderated anybody's, traffic and everything else. Yeah, there was Code Green, which meant this was clean for all audiences. Code Yellow was, yeah, you want to make sure that nobody else is around when they see this shit. Code Red was, this will scar
Delicious
for
drink.
life.
For
Scar
life.
you for life.
Yeah, we weren't that nice. Like, we didn't put warnings on anything, except sometimes there'd be, warning 56K no. For people who are still on 56K download speeds. If that tells you how long ago it was.
I started on a 1200 baud modem.
Some of the people I'm sure are watching don't understand what that means.
I started on a 1200 baud modem.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, we also started the Black Eyed Children. That started on our website.
Oh, my Lord.
Yep. We were also we were the best photoshoppers. You guys ever saw any of the little videos by Schmorky, which kinda is what started memes?
Yeah.
Schmorky did? Yeah, Schmorky was one of us.
Oh, the fun days.
It seems like you're getting your second win there, Rebecca.
Did I run out of wind?
You were fading a little bit.
I'm always full of hot air. See?
Usually they tell me I'm full of something else, but
I was trying to keep it NC-17. I think we've probably how many times have I said fuck tonight? What did JD say?
I don't think we're anywhere close to catching Wolf of Wall Street, so you're all right.
Well, fuck.
Well, I was chanting it earlier.
Don't say that. That sounds like a challenge, Joe. That does.
Fuckity fuck, fuck, fuckity fuck, fuckity fuck. That's the song I sing when I'm doing something I don't want to be doing.
Yeah, just stick me in front of some software that isn't working, and you'll hear a lot of fun.
Yeah, just pull up Affinity, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll just pull up the damn Affinity, and I'll
adding
this
it.
piece of fucking shit.
I think that's that's the first time I've heard her use the F word. Oh my
I use it all the time. Oh no, I don't use it on air, but it's after midnight here, so it's allowed.
I
2 days, JD. I used to take 2 days to open one of our friggin' forum posts. There were so many pictures because we used to do Photoshops too. We had Photoshop Friday. Oh my
Album
goodness!
for
Back
2
when
days. I remember you're downloading a picture for 2 fucking days.
Yeah.
And then you forget to turn off the goddamn call waiting.
Yeah, try upgrading on dial-up on anything. It's like
I did that
so I started in the morning.
I still have my read-write discs of all the Photoshops I downloaded from those times. Yeah.
Start the download in the morning. Still separate.
The need of cursing does make the world a better place. I feel
now. We're getting there.
How does that last 1% take so long?
Right?
I don't know.
Check some. Oh my god, the pixel's in the wrong goddamn place.
Oh my god. I feel like you've been battling Affinity, Anita, for 4 days now. Is that about it?
Yeah, hasn't it been 3 days?
No, it's only been 24 hours. Feels like 4 days.
I feel your pain. That's maybe what it is.
Yeah, I went through the same thing not too long ago, and I was like, no, I'm done. This does not work. It is. Yeah. I don't know why people wrote these reviews.
I don't either. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you're a designer, if you've never used InDesign, you think it's good. But I've used InDesign. I mean, the only reason I went with Infinity is because the price is so low, and now I know why the price is so low.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because I mean, the Canadian dollar took a nosedive, so I was wondering if I could keep my subscriptions going, but it's gone back up. So yeah, you got to keep an eye on that exchange rate. I tell you.
You got to attach a balloon to those loonies and tunes.
Oh my god, Napster
And Kazaa.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I hated Kazaa. Kazaa always led you to the files that were always corrupted.
Well, it was all
I'm not gonna lie,
malware anyway.
I barely use that ever.
I always
Yeah,
thought
LimeWire's recent in comparison.
Oh, LimeWire. I used to use that
What were
all
some
the
of
time.
others?
LimeWire was my favorite of the four.
I did, however, get my first pirated version of Photoshop from that. Are
I
you
got
trying
my
to hand me
first.
the floof kitty?
I got my
Would you
first.
guys like to meet
I
the
got my
floof
first.
kitty?
I got my
Oh,
first,
Jesus, Matthew.
final draft version from LimeWire.
I got my first Photoshop from Kick-Ass Torrents.
Oh, that's an old one.
Mine was, what was it called? TP Torrents? I forgot.
We're all being very quiet because we want to hear actually Regine speak on camera.
They want to hear you speak on camera. It's unidirectional. You can't hear him. You can only hear me. That's why you can't hear the cat purring.
I know, conveniently.
Cat is really, really hot though.
When you release Regine, when you release a book, I'm gonna do an interview with you, and I promise we'll blur you completely out.
You gonna pixelate him?
I can't wait. I've been wanting to do like a mafia kind of like interview like that.
You're gonna make him deep throat?
Yeah. just tell me we have a deal, and I promise I'll make it happen. I'll let you see it before we even.
Yeah,
share
Courtney. Yeah, he is writing. I'm not allowing anyone, even Joe Compton.
What's that?
I am not allowing anyone, even Joe Compton, to harass him about it or like screw up his process. I'm just saying.
Him. I'm just saying I want to help him. You know me.
I know. I mean, once it's done, but until then, like, I'm like, no.
I'm totally down.
He's one of my baby authors, so I'm very protective of my baby authors.
He needs to feel the fire now.
Write a book. Come on. You didn't give me shit about 5 years to write a book. I wouldn't.
You weren't a baby author.
But still, I mean, no way. I'm totally on board. Anything he needs, anything he wants.
It sounds great. Like, I haven't read it either.
Yeah, from the little bit he's told me about it, it's pretty cool.
He told you about it.
Just a tad bit. He sneaked in something the other day when we're at Becca's books.
Cheater.
Well, there went that publishing contract.
Publishing contract. He's sleeping on the couch tonight. Random question, dumbest. Oh, JD, we don't have time, sweetheart.
Well, what? We have nothing but time. What are you talking about?
Dumbest
like, my
injuries?
life
We
is my
don't have
dumbest
that kind of
injuries.
time.
I have a scar on the back of my leg from a dead bull skull that was kicked into me.
My dumbest injury was I had cleared my M16 and cleared of all of extra shells and everything. I did the total protocol, did everything perfectly, and then I managed, because I had a rock in my shoe, to take my shoe off, and then I stepped on the lead that I had just released and myself on the back of the. That's my dumbest injury.
I'm left-handed, so I was at the shooting range, and this is before I knew that I needed a shooting range jacket, and I was wearing a V-neck, and I got a hot brass right down the cleavage.
Oh!
And I went to flick it out, except like it seared on and was stuck.
I love how
and so by the time it cooled enough, I could get it out. Like, you could read, the nice mirror image 45, like, just seared into my flesh.
Oh, I love how JD has managed to turn this into an episode of Chasing Amy. But
there's also the time I staked myself.
I ran into a fire extinguisher.
Did you set it off? Or did you just go clang?
Just clang. I also ran into a parked truck.
All right, Richard, Jim, you guys got to share now.
Go ahead, Richard.
All right, dumbest injury for me would probably have to be not too long ago, actually, when one of my
Tony, my brother. Thank you. That's awesome.
I'm stealing that, Tony.
That's so fucking cool. Tony's
I went. We went. We went and took my daughter sliding, or sledding in the wintertime, and we got to where we were going, big, huge, steep hill. And of course, me, 35, 36 years old, I see this jump and, got to hit it, right?
You're aiming for it, yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to do this. And my wife said, do not do this. Please don't do this. And lo and behold, I had to try it. So I hit it anyways, thinking I was, 16, 17 again. And I pretty much did some pretty severe damage to my tailbone. I couldn't sit down for like 3 months.
Wow. Nice.
Let's see. I had a belay
I got
man.
badass air, though.
I bet.
As you
How
go,
far does the bike go?
remember, it's the sudden stop.
Stop.
It's the sudden stop.
There is such a thing as gravity, my friend.
Yes.
It's such a downer.
It's not just a good idea. It is the law.
Says you.
All right, Jim, you're up.
Let's see. I had a belay man drop me off a Victory Tower at Fort Jackson when I was shooting people coming over the top. Pictures.
Oh.
As a photographer. Let's see. Last year, Grandfather Mountain, you can barely see it.
That's a pretty serious prank, dude.
Right.
No, he did not intend to do it. And
No, I meant you shooting them.
yeah, no, that would not be. Yeah. Let's see. Last year, one of my tried to take my beer, and when a friend of mine popped the top off the bottle, Grandfather Mountain last year. It sheared the top of the bottle, and I felt it as he went to snatch my beer. So cut a good chunk out of my finger here. But in all time stupid, because that's a long list of things that I've done that probably should have gotten me killed. Probably the famous one is I was cooking pasta, and I've got one of those pots that's got the locking lid on it. And I was draining the pasta, and the lid unlocked and popped loose, and poured boiling water down the top of a hiking boot.
Ew.
So, and all over the floor.
So it soaks right in.
So it soaks right in. And as I'm trying to peel the shoe off, I pull my absolute best Three Stooges move and slide into a giant flip in the air to land in the boiling water before I finally peel off the boot, throw it across the damn room. By the way, 3rd-degree burns are lovely. And I was supposed to be helping to judge an event the next weekend. Yeah, pretty much I had a lounge chair sitting there, the leg propped up, and a bunch of my athletes come by and give me shit. So that is why for Kingdom of Dumas, which is an organization I belong to, I have a multicolored multicolored colander, primarily pink and green, that is colored in glittery pasta that is glued to it, and it hangs from a pink feather boa, and I have to wear this for the annual meeting.
Nice.
We emphasize Dumas.
Yes, and this is the Kingdom of Dumas, and to become a member or to get demoted, you have to do something Dumas. And somehow or another, I seem to consistently be promoted or demoted or something.
Nice. I had another.
I won't tell you about why I have the leather gloves that are wrapped in matching pink feather bows.
Oh, you better. That sounds like a good story.
That's a sex thing. It has nothing to do with the question. It's a sensation play. I have another fun one. Actually, I was learning how to water ski, and I finally managed it. And I'm like keeping myself upright, and I'm actually like moving with the boat this time instead of just falling over. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm getting it! Like woohoo! Finally doing it. And then ahead of me, and of course there's no way to get away from it. I see this giant fish surfacing. I have no clue why, but this fish came up, and I hit it and fell, and I got finned on the back of the thigh, right where the swimsuit meets the thigh.
Ooh.
And like I hit, I go under, I gather up my skis, And I motioned the boat to come back, and they were like, no. They're like, come on, you've almost got it. And I was like, no, like I need to go to the shore. This is actually a Girl Scout camp. So they're like, what's going on? Like, you can do this. I was like, you'll see in a moment. I was like, I've got something stuck in my leg. And so we get out. I climb up in the boat, and that's when I realized, like, I've got, as I put pressure on that leg to step into the boat, I feel it like really open up and blood's just running down. And they're like, oh no, oh, did you start? And I was like, no, I hit a fish.
Did you start?
And like no one believed me. And finally one of the counselors is like looking at it, and she just had to like flip the seam of my swimsuit. And she was like, you've got spines. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what I hit. I know it was a fish. I saw it come up. Like, it was so big at first I thought it was like a branch or a log or something. No, it was a fish, and I got finned right on the thigh, like right at the crease of the thigh and the butt. Just like laid me right open. And they're like, we're gonna have to take you back to the house now and see if you need stitches.
Yeah, I don't think that puberty includes growing spines for most people.
No. No.
All right, do you guys?
Well, I mean, in their defense, like they're seeing me from the front,
Right?
And like I am bleeding so badly that it's like pooling down between my thighs. Because of course, I'm wet too. My hair is streaming, my swimsuit is streaming, it's mixing with the blood, and they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll just take you back, get you set up." And I'm like, no.
So, do you guys want to answer the second question of JD? I love that he's put some questions here. Longest you've gone without a shower?
Probably 10 days.
Probably about a week or so. We lost water a couple of times when I was growing up. You got to haul the water out from the well.
Yeah,
that's fun.
3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks.
Wow.
Thank God it was the winter, but we had no water, no electricity, no heat.
Okay, so
yeah, thank God it was the summer for us, because there's no way we would have got water out of the well.
We weren't smelly, like we weren't sweating, so you can always make yourself a little bit warmer.
Yeah, well, you can't draw water out of get the ice off the well first, and then draw the water up. That would be fun.
Well, we didn't have a well either.
Yeah, we had to go down to the well, get the water, bring it up. That was fun. But that only happened a couple of times. So,
can I just say I am a shower snob. I have to take a shower after 3 days, otherwise I will drive myself insane. It's the one thing that I can't. I did a week in the field, in the Marines, and I was like, the greatest thing that I ever did was take a 4-hour shower when I got back. That was just the best.
That was the most adorable Marine ever.
I like
Marines who know how to take showers.
when I smell myself, that is the worst possible scenario in the history of mankind, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was going to say, my record is probably about a week. I'd have to go back and look, because I'm kind of notorious for, there's water here somewhere.
Are we talking about a shower or bathing?
Let me put it this way: I've showered more than 3 times in a day. I've showered more than 3 times in a day.
I showered 3 times today.
And we're thankful for it.
So am I and my cat.
How about you, Richard? What's the longest?
5, 6, maybe 7 weeks.
Whoa, weeks?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, there's not really a shower in the desert in Afghanistan.
Yeah, but you have the makeshift shower.
Well, yeah, sorta.
I was gonna say, but that's if the situation allows.
If the situation allows, and most of the time it was baby wipes and wet naps.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we talking about like being able to wash off with that?
Well,
does that count?
What constitutes a shower? I mean,
exactly.
Define that.
Like, I mean, I used to camp fairly often, so like I'd go a week at a time without a shower, but that didn't mean I wasn't like cleaning up.
Right, you jump in the lake or the water or the river or whatever, right?
Or use wipes, something. Yeah, use a rag. Depending on what kind of water we had.
I would assume that your cabin has a shower, Jim. But
Why, I have a shower. There's in fact two. We do have the screen.
Wow, look at you modernizing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I have a cabin in the middle of nowhere, and yet I have a fiber optic connection running to the house.
I really dislike you right now.
I have a better internet connection in a cabin in the middle of nowhere in the mountains surrounded by Christmas
I have
tree
a
farms.
hot tub and I have to use satellite internet.
Yeah, I can't even get fucking fiber in Charlotte. Now, yeah, we got the hot tub out front. I got to work on the pump tomorrow.
So what do we do for showers? Is that what you're asking, JD?
Yeah, I think he's asking what do you do.
Oh, enough water to clean off the tank? Oh man.
I think after a while, there's not enough water in the world that will clean up stank for about 3 weeks, for 7 weeks for sure. 7 weeks.
Yeah.
No, that's when you take a shower, you take a bath, you take a shower.
Trust me, bacteria and fungi begin to grow.
Oh, gross. That's gnarly.
That's why we change our socks daily.
Yeah, socks is the most important thing, as Lieutenant Dan would tell you.
Yeah.
You change your socks on every patrol.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So if you could splurge on anything right now, what would you? The next question.
Cure for COVID?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Cure for COVID?
Cure for COVID? That's not bad. That's a very selfless answer, Rebecca.
No, that's ultimately selfish because that way
it's totally selfish.
I'm going to go the opposite way and build a damn underground bunker.
I was gonna say you're gonna splurge to build another a COVID 20.
No, I'm just gonna build a bunker because shit's getting real.
Right. Enough PPE for staff.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's when it's like
Ventilators?
if I'm splurging and it's not my money.
Hey, I got to tell you, I got to jump on that real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt, but the PPE thing for staff, I'm with you there on that, Stacy. We're still trying to get N95s for the fire department for our EMTs. They're on back order for 5 months.
Stacy works in a hospital and she's still trying to get N95s.
It's crazy.
It's insane. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, like I say, that's all supply chain shit. And everybody trying to go just in time.
Yeah, so I mean, money doesn't even fix that issue for the most part. Do you guys hear Dyson has invented a new ventilator just for
we've been talking about that.
But it's not approved for US, so it's all going overseas.
Well, yeah, because our stupid
president.
UFDA. And Tesla's coming out with some too.
It hasn't been approved yet. I'm sure they're going to.
I feel sure
do their best and work fast. Yeah. And Tesla said he was doing one too, right?
Yep, Tesla, and then of course they made President made GM and Ford do it too.
Well, GM we backed out of the GM deal.
Yeah, we backed out of the GM and Ford deal. Yep.
Already?
Yeah.
Yep.
Even after last night,
Trump dropped it this morning.
Oh, no kidding! I must have missed it.
Yep, he dropped it, picked it up, and dropped it. Yep.
Yeah, he said no go. They were charging way too much for whatever they were trying to do.
I kind of like Regime's plan too. I was kind of thinking that was like a bunch of assassins, hire a bunch of snipers.
Yeah, I mean, I'd
hire people with COVID to lick toilet seats to get back at those idiots who were licking toilet seats.
You know what, Rebecca? I can't wait for the day that you, me, and Regina are sitting on your porch and talking.
Oh my God! Like we're gonna end up like plotting over the world.
I want to meet your husband so badly. I think he and I would just like talk for days. He's awesome.
He does tend to do that, yes.
Well, yeah, because military guys do that.
Yeah.
But
I got to go.
Yeah, they do.
Regime, that's 100% on the landlord's thing. I actually had a friend of mine receive a letter that they were expected to pay their rent regardless of the situation.
Yeah.
And that just drove me stupid.
JD, you asked all these great questions, and then I noticed you didn't answer a single one of them. How about you answer them, bud?
Yeah, JD.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, that's only fair. We've answered your stupid questions. Go ahead and answer your own stupid questions. All right.
I just thought of another absolutely stupid injury.
I got some more stupid questions if you guys want to.
I got another stupid injury that almost got my husband in trouble.
Oh,
You guys want to hear that one? So we were living in an apartment in Norfolk, close to base, and we were making a shopping list. And I opened the cupboard door. I leaned over to talk to my husband, and I moved back, and I put the corner of the cupboard door like right there.
Son of a
So we're
bitch.
talking like instant black eye, right? With the the perfect little dot of red. So it's like, no, I'm fine, because I mean it was pretty serious. It rocked my eyeball. So went to the bathroom, checked it. I'm okay. We go to the commissary. This was the dumbest idea. Oh God, it was so bad. So we went to the commissary as my black eye is forming.
Ooh.
You want to talk about every person there giving my husband the nastiest looks?
Oh yeah. That's crazy though.
So
And
I was
you
like,
about had to give
okay.
You almost
I,
had to give him a note.
Yeah, I picked up a bag of frozen peas when I realized that we're being followed through the commissary by several people. So I took the bag of frozen peas off my eyes, and I picked up my phone and pretended to be on the phone with my mother. And I was like, these friggin' cupboards, I hate them. I'm like, my husband's all freaked out. He wanted me to go to the hospital, but I don't think it's that bad. I started to describe to my mom, how it looked, how bad it was, and people slowly started like peeling off. But it was like, if I leave my husband alone in the commissary, he's gonna get jumped. So I was like, okay, we've got everything we need. Let's just go ahead and leave. So yeah, that was a bad one. But like I said, I mean, it was brutal looking. It was like, and it was dead perfect. It was like right here and went up the side. And like the swelling was just kind of taking over. And of course, like I said, I'd hit the eyeball itself kind of hard. So like I'm getting, the blood trickling into the eye.
Yeah.
And you see, if you'd have worked it right, it would have been. And then next, I want.
No, like I was seriously like worried for my husband's health because one of the MPs, in uniform, is like following us, and I'm like, wait, did the MPs at the commissary carry guns? Like that's all that was like running through my head when I realized that, like I said, they were following us aisle by aisle, like just waiting for us to separate so they could have a talk with him from the look of things. And I was like, no, I'm getting my husband out of here. Joe, you're muted.
How did I do that? I muted myself.
You're magic. Have another drink.
I have a question for you.
Who?
Rebecca,
Oh.
Rebecca, I have a question for you.
The suspense.
What do you guys do with your pastrami? What is the thing you do most with the pastrami?
Like, not gonna lie, eat it while it's still hot.
Well, no, I mean, do you guys put it on rye bread?
That's a personal question.
Well, of course, but I need to know.
No,
Because if I'm gonna come over to your house, I want to know what you do with the pastrami, because
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes we wrap a chicken in it and bake it.
That'd be good.
That's interesting.
Apparently, you just reminded my husband, and he's run out to check to see if the pastrami's done from the smoker.
Yeah, see.
But no, usually, we eat it on homemade bread with, of course, spicy mustard. Sometimes I am a huge fan of horseradish, though.
Oh no, not me.
Now,
No horseradish.
And I did just finish making 11 pounds of pickles.
All right.
So
pickles. I'm in. Mustard and pickles. I'm in. Mustard, pickles, and rye. I'm in.
If you take,
I made 2 different kinds. I made basic crisp refrigerator dills.
Oh yeah.
And then I also made the slightly sweeter version.
No bread and butter. I like the.
They're not quite bread and butter. Yeah, usually it's on it's not a type of French bread, but it is not a baguette.
I'm okay with that. I'll accept that. The bread is not my problem. I just can't do the sauerkraut, the Thousand Island. I'm not a big fan of that.
Oh God, no.
I like the mustard, pickles, Swiss cheese. I'm good.
And of course, homemade mayo.
No mayo. I'm not a mayo person. But
you've never had my homemade mayo.
I don't care if I've had it or not. I'm telling you, I'm not a mayo person.
I'm Miracle Whip.
You're heathen.
I was until I started making my own mayo, and it's so much better. Because I also use farm fresh eggs from a friend of mine.
Hanging out.
Night, Stacy. I hope you feel better.
Yeah, for real. And thank you so much. And seriously, I'm being completely straight up serious, Stacy. I'm telling you right now, thank you so much for what you're doing, and the service you're providing is so amazing. And I can't thank you enough for that. And seriously, hit me up if you want a book or anything. I will send you signed copies, no problem.
Poor girl doesn't have time to read.
I know.
She barely has
whatever you want. Whatever you want. Stacey.
Everyone sends Stacy a gift card.
Absolutely.
Oh, you guys ready? You guys ready for the unveiling?
Yeah.
Before the dog gets it?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's good pastrami. A little thicker though. It's a little thicker than you would.
Now
I'll tell you, see-through.
Stay safe out there, Stacy. No matter what, stay safe.
Yep. Now, what's good is
we've got Cutco knives. You may not be able to see it, but this is nearly window thin.
Oh yeah. Let me put you up on that.
Yeah, I mean it's horrible. The picture is horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love how you guys you did it perfectly. Yeah, you have the fat on the outside. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Now, I'll tell you what you do is take the pastrami and wrap it around spears of asparagus and then grill it.
Ooh, that sounds good, man.
I have to be careful how much asparagus I eat, but yeah, that's totally something we do too.
Why do you have to be careful?
Oh my God, have you ever had it wrapped around a hard-boiled egg though?
Not pastrami.
You can only do it when you've got a fat piece of pastrami, because it has to be like a double wrap.
Right.
But you wrap it in pastrami, and then for like nanoseconds, you drop it in hot oil and pull it out. So it crisps up.
So
kind of like a Scotch egg, but without the breading.
At what point does it become corned beef?
Before it's pastrami.
Oh, before. So it's before.
Yeah, you corn the beef, and then if you boil it to cook it, that is corned beef.
Oh, I thought it was.
But if you corn the beef, put the pastrami rub on it, and either slow cook or smoke it, then it's pastrami.
Richard, you guys got to have some of the best delis up where you live, man, because that up there is like deli heaven, right?
Oh, we have delis all over the place.
I gotta imagine the pastrami out of this world. Then
the pastrami up here is absolutely delicious. There's one place that I go to in Schenectady. I can go down there. I don't go very often because it is expensive, but the sandwich itself, you get a pound of meat on the sub itself. It literally takes me a week to eat one sub.
Ooh.
I'm not joking. The thing is like it's a 8-inch loaf is what they call it.
Richard lives up the state New York, for anybody who doesn't know.
And it's absolutely. I cannot go like that and bite through the whole thing. I have to take it in sections. And it's literally like this thick, with as much because you put them.
It's like 8-inch stack.
It's a whole 8-inch loaf of Italian bread, and then it's got a pound of meat on it, and then of course all of your fixings, whatever you add to it. I usually add just about everything under the sun, including jalapenos. I got to have a little kick.
Another thing I do with my pastrami is I make open face bake sandwiches.
Ooh. I'm there. I'm flying the moment that I can fly. I'm flying there.
Right.
That's why I was like, "Are you being silly, asking me for something as simple as like dirty rice?" I'm like, "Okay." I mean, I could have made you a turducken or something, but
don't tell me you make a good red beans and rice, because I will start.
That's what you asked me for, and I was like, red beans and rice is like the easiest. Yeah, it's like the easiest anything ever. A Marine can make it.
No. Let's be clear here. Okay, let's be clear. Let's set the air right now. Red beans and rice is easy to make, but it's hard to perfect.
Hard to perfect. Yes, it's because you've got to mostly cook the rice, mostly cook the beans, put the red beans and the rice together, and finish cooking them together.
And get
Maybe wants to know how much your sandwich.
Both of them, you season the beans before you mix it in, and then
Yeah.
you season it all together as well.
Oh, you know.
What did JD say? I missed it.
He was asking how much Richard's sandwich was.
Oh.
$15.
That's not bad. If you're going to be nailing on it for a couple of days.
Yeah.
What's the best thing to eat in Nova Scotia, Anita?
Oh, that's an interesting question. It'd probably be something to do with, yeah, probably the lobster and the butter.
What?
Yeah, in lobster season, you can pretty much get anything.
What the fuck did I say? I see her giggling over. What the fuck did I say?
Well, I mean, I call her Candy. I don't know what you call her.
Okay,
He said
I'm
what,
lost
not
now.
who.
Lobster. Okay, back to Anita. Lobster is good.
Yeah, and pretty much anything fish. A nice fish cake.
Like crab cake?
Yeah, it's kind of like crab cake, but it's usually made with haddock or cod. A good fish cake is great. I'm sorry, it is. You got onions and fish and potatoes.
Fish cakes are delicious.
Yeah.
That's it. I would imagine seafood is the.
Oh, but our best sandwich is the donair, of course.
Ooh, I like the donairs.
Yeah, we used to have a donair cam.
A donair cam?
Yes, we've got this series of webcams around the province.
Yeah.
The Nova Scotia webcams. Anyway, and for a while they had one in donair shop, facing the rotating meat.
Oh my god! I would watch that like religiously.
Yeah, it was very popular. I don't think they have it anymore. I don't know why they took it down, but yeah, it was very popular for a while.
I made a donair once. It was very messy because I don't have a vertical rotisserie.
In Nova Scotia is. I'm trying to think of how to word this right. Sorry, I'm getting to the tipsy side of my life right now.
Have some more.
No, I'm thinking about the things that like poutine. Is poutine very popular in Nova Scotia?
Yeah, kind of, but that's more of a Quebec thing. I mean, it originated more in Quebec. I mean, it's all across Canada. It's all across Canada now, and you've got different versions of it across Canada. Like I think one restaurant somewhere in Nova Scotia does a lobster poutine.
Ooh. Oh my god!
I have heard of such a thing. I want to try that. Don't they have a cream sauce instead of like a gravy?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. Because I mean,
this might be something that was just kind of local, but we went. I don't remember where we were, but it was north of Norfolk, and we stopped. And you guys know she crab soup?
Oh yeah.
Well, this was she crab soup on fries with cheese. So they call it something like she crab poutine. It was probably the best thing I've ever had in my life. And obviously, like, I've eaten a lot of things. It was amazing.
We used to have a Low Country restaurant in Charlotte, and I'm originally from Low Country. So I've had my fair share of she crab soup. But this place in Charlotte, now the guy had come from Charleston, so he knew how to make it. And I remember one night we were in there and I'd gotten the she crab soup because that's really the only thing I went in there for. And I said, hey, where's my side of sherry? And what does he bring back? Is a little thing of cooking sherry. And I poured that in and I was like,
oh,
come here. You're working at a Low Country restaurant. We're going to have an education. Yeah. Oh God, it was.
My stomach turned.
Yeah, that doesn't
That's
sound
awful.
Yeah. we had words, and then when I had the chef come out, I was like, because we were in there a fair amount. He's like, "What's wrong?" I said, "He brought me cooking sherry," and he was like, and you could see the chef's head just slowly swivel.
Just like click, 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 click.
Because I was, oh yeah, oh man, you're just making me hungry.
Yeah, I'm getting a little sleepy, guys. I might have to go.
Yeah, I
Now
gotta
that-
go too. It's getting into
Now that
1
the pastrami's off
a.m.
the
here, so
smoker.
I'm losing it.
Are we calling it a night, everybody?
It is midnight.
Wow.
We've been
Yeah,
on for
it
what,
is.
2-3 hours? I can read.
Something
We've been on for 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Well,
All right.
that's-
We still have people watching, Joe? I think that's the real question.
There's 5 people watching. Yeah. I don't know who they are.
Is it us?
Glutton punishment.
Speak
One of
now
them's
or
your
forever hold
husband.
your peace.
I know that, but
Julia,
Julia, yeah, Julia's probably still watching.
Of course,
Julia's
my heart's
in
still
Michigan.
here.
Julia's in Michigan. It's not midnight there.
it's like
Yeah, it is.
10:30.
It is. There. I thought they were on
No,
Central
no,
Time.
Eastern.
no.
Oh, they're still
Eastern.
on Eastern. Okay. I retract the objection to Julia then.
All right. Well, with that being said, I guess Joe's Bar is on the end, and thank you so much for everybody for joining us. And as customary with Joe's Bar, everybody raise a glass, make a cheers for a toast.
Cheers, Mama Estrada.
Cheers,
Bunch
Mama
of-
Estrada. That's a perfect one.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you again soon. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
And with that, this bar is closed. Good night.